Bad Boy's first artist to kickstart P. Diddy label career. Before the notorious B.I.G., before P. Diddy was really famous and rich. Craig Mack's wife at the time gives a detailed reason on behind the scenes of what really made Craig Mack to stop liking P. Diddy and the Bad Boy record.
My name is Roxanne, and I am the ex-wife of Craig Mack. My phone had rang, but by the time I got to my phone, I had missed the call, and I looked at it and I seen that it was a phone call from Eric Sermon. And I love Eric. Eric is family. So I called him back, I'm just like, hey, what's good? Everything okay? What's going on? And Eric was like, hey, they doing a Diddy documentary, right? I was like, I heard about it. I was like, I didn't think it was really going to be happening, and he was like, yeah, it is. And they would like you to be in it. I was like, oh, word? And he was like, yeah. And, I was like, oh, I'm scared. He was like, well, I'm going to be in it too. And I was like, okay, well, I'll do it. I'll do it. And I asked my husband, was it okay? And I spoke with my children, with Craig, to ask them if it was cool with them, and everyone said yes. So I went and did it. Craig didn't want to be on Bad Boy anymore. He didn't like the vibe. He didn't like the feel. He was being restricted as far as the direction he wanted to go. I believe Craig wanted to go one direction with his music. Puff wanted him to go a different direction, and Craig wasn't budging. He is a tourist, so tourists just kind of bullheaded. He was just like, no, I want to do it what I want to do. And I don't believe they were able to come to a happy medium. And Craig was disenchanted. We were broke, living show money to show money, and still had bills to pay. And he wasn't happy there. All the glitz and glamour, it wasn't worth the headache for him at that point, and there were other, little shady things going on that we were finding out about. And he was just like, really, so the $100 thing, and then another thing happened, and he was just tired, He was tired of being there. I remember one time, got down there, it was in the evening, and it was shot. I don't know the name of the building, but it's iconic because it had like a white steps. So we get there, and there are people setting up, pyrotechnics, because, and they had a big, like, jumbotron screen, and it was a lot going on. So, when we got there,
changed my mind, man.
Like, he seen a motorcycle jacket, and he was like, oh man, I like this, because Craig had recently got into motorcycles. Mind you, he bought a motorcycle and didn't know how to ride it. I taught him, but that's a different story. So he sees this motorcycle jacket, and he's like, oh man, I love it. You get the invoice for the video shoot, and it's broken down to who was there. This what got to be paid for. This what has to be paid for. It's an itemized list of everything and the cost. Well, one of the things that was on the invoice was the jacket. And it said like $1,000. I don't remember the exact price, but I know it was in the thousands, not 2,000, like in the 1,000 range. And Craig was like, he didn't pay any attention to it, So time goes on. I don't know exactly how long, maybe a month or two. Craig goes down on Jamaica Ave because he has to go get some more Timberlands. And he sees the exact motorcycle jacket that he wore in the video, hanging up in a window. And he's like, oh, but the jacket was on sale. So he goes in and he inquires, what was the original price of that jacket in the window? They told Craig the jacket was only like $300. And the sales price was $2 something, the low twos. So Craig comes home and I could tell there was something wrong because he would come home and he was loud. Hey, I'm home, something. And I was in the room and he came in with his bags and shit and he plopped down on the bed and I want to say Craig started smoking a cigarette or something. And he's just sitting there. And I was like, what's wrong? He said, where's that invoice from that video shoot? And I was like, oh, it's on the dresser. And, we had kept a pile of papers on the dresser, bills and just whatever. And I thumbed through it and I found it. And he said, I was like, here it is. He said, find out how much that jacket costs. I said, okay. So I'm looking. I was like, 1,000, whatever. He was like, motherfucker. I said, what's wrong? And that's when he explained to me that he had been down on Jamaica Ave and the jacket had only been $300 at full price and was on sale for $2 something. But the markup on the invoice was at $1,000. So he was pissed. And to be perfectly honest, I don't even know if he said anything about it. But I do very, very, very clearly remember him being extremely upset. So that was one of the things, well, if they priced me for this, what else have I been overpriced for? And he just was not happy with being in the company that he was in. And, because that's dirty work. For real.
It's a dirty game out here. I tell all aspiring artists, before you jump in this game, before you sign a contract, learn the business. Do not get overcharged. And best believe they will overcharge you for everything that you do. Everything that they get you. So learn how to operate as your own label, your own management. Read every word you see. Calculate everything that you do, everything you eat. Then think about if you could do it yourself. Do it.